Namaste everybody. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Matre Namaha. So we are very happy today. We are going to start the last chapter of Devi Mahatmya, the 13th chapter, the Varapradana chapter, where Devi gives the Varapradhanam to both Raja and Vaishya. So we saw the different Phalashruti from Bhagavati Vakyam from the 12th chapter, which was like so many different things that we could not even think. Like we cannot imagine if we were asked to ask for those phala. But Devi herself gives, just like in Chamaka, everything is covered. Similarly, the 12th chapter also, we saw that she gives all the benefits and boons and everything, and how it has to be chanted. So one thing that we understood was, although she is present all the time, she is the Nitya, she is ever present. The Evam Bhagavati Devi Sa Nityapi Punah Punaha Sambhuya Kurute Bhupa Jagatah Paripalanam. She just comes out for as like a drishti, like you can see her. She comes out in that form, the visualizing form, where people can actually see her. Punah Punaha, again and again, for the sake of Jagatah Paripalanam, just to to protect her creation, her own children. She manifests herself, although she is ever present. She is there everywhere. Sarvasu Arupe and Sarvaswarupe. So she is in the form of Arupa all the time, but she manifests every now and then to protect her children. Now comes the 13th chapter where she will what happens to this king and Vaishya, we will see now.
And also the 12th chapter, every chapter has a dhyana shloka, and the dhyana shloka for the 12th chapter, which is the Durgam Trinetram Bhaje, that is also the dhyana shloka for the entire Devi Mahatmya.
Saptashati.
So if only for 12th shloka, the dhyana shloka is Vidyut Dhamma Sabaprabham, 12th chapter, and that is, you all know that is also the dhyana shloka for the entire Saptashati. So that is also important, the 12th chapter.
The entire Saptashati, when we started with the Nyasa and Dhyana Shloka. Why? Because the entire, all of the 13 chapters are considered to be one Mala mantra, right? Any mantra will have Nyasa, Karanyasa, Anganyasa, and the Dhyana Shloka, where you will imagine the deity with the Avayavi Bhavam, like with all the, what is her description, how is she standing, sitting,
how many hands,
what is she holding, what are the Aidhas, what is her Swarupa and everything. So that is the Swarupa that you will be imagining when you are chanting the mantra. Mantra is a Sukshma, it has only syllables. There is no physical description of the Devi or the deity. But the Dhyana Shloka of any mantra will actually give you the physical aspect, how that when that mantra is manifested as a Swarupa, then what kind of Swarupa you will imagine. That is the Dhyana Shloka. So the entire Saptashati, all the 13 chapters, considering it to be one Mala mantra, we had the Dhyana Shloka in the beginning. If you remember, we did Saptashati Nyasa, and following which we did the Dhyana Shloka will be Vidyut Dhamma Samaprabham Mrigapatis Kandhastitam Bhishanam Kanyabhik Karavala Kheda Vilasad Dhaste Astabhira Sevitam Hastaish Chakra Gadasi Kheta Vishikam Shapam Kudam Tarjanim Bibhranam Analatmikam Shashidharam Durgam Trinetram Bhaje. So that is the Swarupa of Devi in the Bhagavati Vakya. When she is actually speaking to the Devas, that is how she is. She is sitting on the lion with like a lightning. Her prabhava is like a lightning. And there are different descriptions. The meanings are given in the text. So that is how, so she is in the Shanta Swarupa. All of until the 11th chapter, she was still breathing heavily in the 11th chapter, right? Yeah. But now in the 12th chapter, she is depicted as the Vidyut Dhamma Sabapram, the Dhyana Shloka, and that is for the entire Saptashati, that is the Dhyana Shloka.
And that is also the Dhyana Shloka for the 12th chapter.
12th chapter. That's a very...
Although we don't say Dhyana Shloka for each chapter, because we consider all of them to be mantra. So that is why we cannot have, in between a mantra, we will not interpret and say any Dhyana Shloka. That is the reason for it. And at the end, and the 13th Adhyayam, which we are going to learn today, the 13th chapter, the Dhyana Shloka is the Dhyana Shloka for Mahatripura Sundari. So it changes totally from being the Durga, it becomes like Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, a Mahatripura Sundari, which we are like the Kamakshi. We know the Mahatripura Sundari Swarupa with 4 hands, with Pasha, Ankusha, Ikshu, Dhanush, and Pushpa Bana. And then in the 13th chapter, that is the Dhyana Shloka for.
So we can recite it actually. Yeah. Balarka Mandala Bhasam. You can recite the video.
Yeah. Balarka Mandala Bhasam. Chaturbahum Trilochanam. Pashankusha Varabhitir. Pashankusha Varabhitir Dharayantim. Shivam Bhaje. So Shiva is also name for Mahatripura Sundari. She is called Shiva. So that Shiva. So if you see here, Pasha, Ankusha, all of that which is she is holding, it is the Mahatripura Sundari. That is why when we do the Homa, you would have noticed when we at the end of the 13th chapter we say Mahatripura Sundaryai Sri Vidyayai Swaha. If you remember that, right? That is what we say. That because in 13th chapter she is the Mahatripura Sundari who is giving the boons. Because 13th chapter is called the Varapradhanam, or the chapter granting of boons. Vara means boon, and in the 13th chapter it is just about granting of boons to those who are praying. So this is the that is why at the end it is the who is the giver of boons is the Mahatripura Sundari, and that is what we will be seeing here. And also this also shows that the Chandika Mahalakshmi, which is the main Devata or the Vishnu Maya for this Devi Mahatmyam, is also Mahatripura Sundari. She is the form of Mahatripura Sundari. So there is no difference or abhedam. Both are same. So this is what we have to understand. Yeah. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Rishuruvacha Ye tatte kathitam bhupa Devi Mahatmyam Uttamam Ye tatte kathitam bhupa Devi Mahatmyam Uttamam Evam prabhava sa Devi Yayedam dharyate jagat Evam prabhava sa Devi Yayedam dharyate jagat
एवं प्रभावा सा देवी ययेदं धार्यते जगत् एतत्ते कथितं भूपदेवी माहात्म्यमुत्तमम् एवं प्रभावा सा देवी ययेदं धार्यते जगत्.
So again, Bhupa, hey Bhupa, he is addressing the king. So Rishi Ruvacha, Rishi says, and he says, O king, etat te kathitam Devi Mahatmyam Uttamam. So Devi Mahatmyam has been told to you, which is the best of all. It is the Ati Uttamam. It is not something that a kind of story that I told you. It is the best of everything that Devi Mahatmya, I have told you. And who is the Devi? She is Yayedam, Yaya Idam Dharyate Jagat. She is the one who is holding this entire universe. That Devi's Prabhava I have told you, which is that Devi's Mahatmya I have told you, which is the best of all, Uttamam, and who also has this Prabhava, this Ati Uttama Prabhava she has, and she is also the one who is holding the entire universe.
Vidya tathaiva kriyate.
Vidya tathaiva kriyate. Vidya tathaiva kriyate.
Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya.
Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya. Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya.
Vidya tathaiva kriyate. Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya.
Vidya tathaiva kriyate. Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya. Vidya tathaiva kriyate. Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya.
Taya tvamesha vaishyascha.
Taya tvamesha vaishyascha. Taya tvamesha vaishyascha.
Tathaivanye vivekinaha.
Tathaivanye vivekinaha. Tathaivanye vivekinaha.
Taya tvamesha vaishyascha tathavanye vivekinaha.
Taya tvamesha vaishyascha tathaivanye vivekinaha. Taya tvamesha vaishyascha tathaivanye vivekinaha. Vidya tathaiva kriyate Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya. Taya tvamesha vaishyascha tathaivanye vivekinaha. Vidya tathaiva kriyate Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya. Taya tvamesha vaishyascha tathaivanye vivekinaha.
So this Devi, she is also the Vishnu Maya. This Devi that he spoke just now about, the one who was holding the entire Prapancha, she is none other than Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya. So this is caused by that same Bhagavat Vishnu Maya. Bhagavat Vishnu Maya means Vishnu's Maya.
Mayaya here, by Vishnu's
By
Maya.
the Maya of
The
Vishnu.
Vishnu.
And she is also called Bhagavati here. So Bhagavan Vishnu can be called as Bhagavat Vishnu as a one word. Similarly, Bhagavati Vishnu Maya is called as Bhagavat Vishnu Maya. Okay. Why Bhagavati? We saw that she has the 6 qualities of Bhagavati: Aishwaryam, Viryam, Kirti, Lakshmi, Jnanam, Vairagyam. That is indifference to the world, worldly, it's contented, completely contented. So that is why she is called the Bhagavati. And this Bhagavati Vishnu Maya, what does she do? She gives Vidya Kriyate. She is the one who gives the Vidya also. The knowledge, right? She creates the universe. She does all the moha and everything, and she deludes everything, but then she is the one who gives us knowledge also. This is why the Maha Saraswati Swarupa of Devi comes to the Sutra Charitra. Okay, so Vidya tha eva kriyate Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya. So the Vidya is also given by her only. There is no other third person coming and she creates all the mess and somebody else has to come and give the knowledge to understand it. That is not the case. She is the same very person who can give the knowledge for everybody, like you, like this, he's telling, the Rishi is telling to the Raja, to you, and also this Vaishya, and also to all others.
Who are Vivekis, or Vivekiraha means who have that quality of discrimination. Viveka means
Viveka comes from what? From knowledge. Only if you have knowledge, you will have the knowledge of discrimination.
First, only from the Viveka Buddhi,
Buddhi,
then they can go to the next stage of getting the true knowledge. First, you should have the power of knowing what is right and what is wrong. So that is the first step. That is the Vivekam. Then, if we have that quality, then we can start getting to know the real Brahma Jnanam. That is the Jnanam. And who can give that true knowledge? That is Maha Saraswati. So that here comes the Uttara Charitra's aspect where we say Maha Saraswati is the Devata. That is what here it comes.
Vidya tatha eva kriyate. She is that same Bhagavat Vishnu Mayaya who we saw in the first Adhyaya as the Mahakali. She came there. But here she is the same one who gives us the knowledge also. So she was there as a Tamoguna, then the Rajoguna in the Mahishasura Vadha. Now she becomes the Maha Saraswati Sattva-guna. So
and also the Bija, the Kleem, right? We said, which is the Bija for Krishna, that comes here. That is, here it is Vishnu Mayaya. It is not Vishnu Maya. Vishnu Mayaya means the Leela or the Maya done by Vishnu, which is the Krishna Leela. He is just deluding all of us. And who can now give us the escape route? Because we are in the moha, we have been deluded. And because of that, we get the ahankara, attachment. And then you are in the deep hole of the samsara sagara, which we already, in the last class, we said, right? Where the
Mamattvagarte mahandhakare is the black hole, right? Of mamatvam, mine.
Because of
that is a black hole. That is where we are all just we are all
so
going around.
That is all because, so it is not because of any problem with us, because of the creation of that Maya by that is Vishnu Mayaya. And who can now take it out? If somebody is, so there is no another person who can remove this other than that Vishnu Maya, which is Mahadeva, this Devi. The Chandika Mahalakshmi as Vishnu Maya alone is
capable of giving us the knowledge to get out of this also.
Mohyante mohitaschaiva mohyante mohitaschaiva
mohyante mohitaschaiva mohyante mohitaschaiva
mohameshyanti chapare
mohameshyanti chapare mohameshyanti chapare
mohyante mohitaschaiva mohameshyanti chapare
mohyante mohitaschaiva mohameshyanti chapare mohyante mohitaschaiva mohameshyanti chapare
tamupaihi maharaja
tamupaihi maharaja tamupaihi maharaja
sharanam parameshwarim
sharanam parameshwarim sharanam parameshwarim
tamupaihi maharaja sharanam parameshwarim
tamupaihi maharaja sharanam parameshwarim tamupaihi maharaja sharanam parameshwarim मोह्यन्ते मोहिताश्चैव मोहमेष्यन्ति चापरे कामुपैहि महाराज शरणं परमेश्वरी मोह्यन्ते मोहिताश्चैव मोहमेष्यन्ति चापरे कामुपैहि महाराज शरणं परमेश्वरी
आराधिता सैव नृणाम्
आराधिता सैव नृणाम् आराधिता सैव नृणाम्
भोगस्वर्गापवर्गदा
भोगस्वर्गापवर्गदा भोगस्वर्गापवर्गदा
आराधिता सैव नृणाम् भोगस्वर्गापवर्गदा
आराधिता सैव नृणाम् भोगस्वर्गापवर्गदा आराधिता सैव नृणाम् भोगस्वर्गापवर्गदा.
So all the three lines are together. You did, right?
Two
Did you
times.
repeat?
Two times you
Okay,
repeated.
you repeated. So he says that same Vishnu Maya gives all the knowledge to get out of this, right? And that same Vishnu Maya, what is she doing to people like you, the king, Vaishya, and all others?
Those who even Vivekina, others.
All the Viveka, those who are
already got
actually
the power.
intellectual people. She is Mohyante, Mohitaschaiva, Mohameshyanti, cha apare. Apare means all others. Mohyante means she has created the delusion in you. Mohyante means moha, that kind of attraction, right, in this world. She has created that delusion in you and this Vaishya and all others. She has done it in the past and she is going to do it in the future also.
All the three tenses. Like
All the three
now
tenses
in
are
the present
given.
tense, then past and the future. So that is why you have all
Mohyante
the
is
three.
now. You are being deluded. You have been deluded. People like you have been deluded in the past.
Before, yeah.
And Mohameshyanti, it is going to be happening in the future
Future
also.
also.
Nobody can escape. Everybody is in her clutches, right? So you cannot escape. Like he is not saying you cannot escape,
They have
but
been deluded. Now, previously, and also in future,
in
you will be
future
deluded.
also this is going to continue. Tam upa yehi, that is the
Tam
split
upaihi.
of the
Tam
word.
upaihi.
Tam upaihi is
Tam,
tam upa yehi means she. Tam means
that Devi.
that Devi, go reach her. Reach her, O Maharaja. Sharanam Parameshwarim, go surrender unto her.
That is the only
Tam
solution.
Sharanam Tam Upa Yehi Parameshwarim. That Parameshwari, go surrender yourself. There is no other way, right? She is the one who is creating this, and she only has that knowledge also, giving power. Knowledge giving power also. Only if she decides, you will get the knowledge. So you go and just surrender yourself unto her feet. Aradhita sa evan ranam bhoga swarga apavargada. So that Devi who has been worshipped, that the worshipped Devi, all the worshipped by all the Manushya, Nrina, or what is she capable of? She is capable of giving bhoga, that is the aihika sukha, that ihaloka sukha, swarga, the swarga sukha, and apavargada, moksha, beyond that also. So the bliss that you can enjoy in this world, in the swarga and in the apavarga, that is beyond the swarga. So she, none other, there is no other like point or no other place to go but her. Take surrender unto her feet.
I have a question.
So, Raja is slightly special than others, right? So, how come Raja is treated the same way here in terms of he also has the delusion?
No. It's not like. So if you take the Devi Mahatmyam, the Rishi, the Sumedas, he addresses both. But many places you will see that he is addressing the king. It is not like we cannot think
No,
that,
no,
oh, no, I understand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I will come to that. So many places he is addressing the king,
King.
right? So why, if you think about, I'm just giving extra answer, right? Not just your question, but generally they may have question, right? Why is it that the king is special, always being addressed many more times than the vaishya? Vaishya is also addressed, but here it is more the king is more addressed frequently. So there are there are many reasons. Like can give you two reasons. One is, when you have a king and another merchant, naturally the king will always get the precedence. Like you have to always give more. If a king is coming and somebody assistant is coming, if you are to whom will you give more importance? To the king or to the assistant? If you give to the assistant, the king can give a punishment also, right? Because he has all the power. He can say, okay, this person he did not treat me well, so I can. But the assistant cannot give any punishment or anything, right? So normally, any whether it is rishi, the king is always respected in that particular
in the
kingdom.
Varnashrama also, king Kshatriya comes above.
Yeah.
Right? Vaishya is
So
one.
Yeah.
he doesn't have the same delusion as the Vaishya.
No, I will say that. So he is addressed. In fact, the delusion here is the king has more delusion than the Vaishya. So I think your question was, is king having less delusion, right? No, that is not. If you read the entire Devi
We will
Mahatmyam,
come very soon to that.
yeah,
You will see who has more delusion.
more delusion.
Why is he the Manu?
No,
Why is he?
Why is he going to become the Manu?
That is different.
That is different. We'll come
We'll
to
come to that, but he is the one who is in more delusion, and because of that he is in more deeper trouble. Both are in trouble, but one person is more trouble.
We'll see that in the few verses.
Yeah, we will see that.
down the
But
story.
it is not. No, my point is, it is not that he is not deluded. And here, that is why here is mohyante mohita saiva mohameshanti. It is addressed to the king, the Vaishya, and also all the Vivekinaha. All of them it is. And cha apare means all others, right? So all others is clearly addressing and say, you are deluded. You were deluded before, you will be deluded later on also. It is already giving. So there is no question of them not having any delusion. But how, see, he has given a big problem. So when the Rishi gives a big problem, then the person who is listening will think, I already know I am in a problem. So you don't, if just because you are saying I am having problems, it is not going to help me. Right? So you have to give a solution to overcome that problem. And immediately the Rishi also gives that. He says, Tam upaihi Maharaja, I am giving that. Go upaihi, go to that Devi and Sharanam, do the Sharanagati. Totally surrender to that Devi, Saranam Parameshwari. And Aradhita Sevadanam, we just explained. So that is the solution, is that Parameshwari, go and surrender. And what will you get because of that? And that then you will say, okay, I will surrender. You are telling that you surrender to this person. Why should I surrender? What is she capable of? I don't want to just surrender because you are saying surrender to that Devi. Then immediately the Rishi says, she is capable of. Nirnam is addressing again the king. Here is when the Rishi says king, the Sumedas, it also means to others, to the Vaishya and also other Vivekina. Everybody is included here. It says that Devi is capable of giving bhoga, swarga, apavarga, all that. So if you see that in the Saundarya Lahari also, when we said when the person who has bhoga will not have moksha, and the person who is wanting moksha cannot have bhoga, and Sundari Pungavanam Bhogascha Mokshascha Karascha Eva. For those who are Sundari, here is the Mahatripura Sundari. For those who are in the Sri Vidya Upasakas, for them both Bhoga and Moksha will be in the same. Karsta eva means they will have both of them. Normally, if you want bhoga or enjoyment in this world, you will not get moksha. And if you want only moksha, you will not have a bhoga or enjoyment in this world. So moksha is, so here moksha is permanent enjoyment. So here bhogascha mokshascha karascha eva, and that is why I said this is the, who is the devata here? Mahatripura Sundari. And Mahatripura Sundari alone is capable of giving bhoga and moksha, and which is here. And she gives the apavargada and the rest also next level. That is what she is giving here. Markandeya uvacha.
Markandeya uvacha. Markandeya uvacha.
Iti tasya vacha shrutva.
Iti tasya vacha shrutva. Iti tasya vacha shrutva.
Surathassa naradhipaha.
Surathassa naradhipaha. Surathassa naradhipaha.
Iti tasya vacha shrutva surathassa naradhipaha.
Iti tasya vacha shrutva surathassa naradhipaha. Iti tasya vacha shrutva surathassa naradhipaha.
One more time.
Iti tasya vacha shrutva surathassa naradhipaha. Iti tasya vacha shrutva surathassa naradhipaha.
Pranipatya mahabhagam.
Pranipatya mahabhagam. Pranipatya mahabhagam.
Tam rishim shamshita vratam.
Tam rishim shamshita vratam. Tam rishim shamshita vratam.
Pranipatya mahabhagam tam rishim shamshita vratam.
Pranipatya mahabhagam. Tam rishim shamshita vratam. Pranipatya mahabhagam. Tam rishim shamshita vratam.
Nirvinnoti mamattvena.
Nirvinnoti mamatvena. Nirvinnoti mamatvena.
Rajyapaharanena cha.
Rajyapaharanena cha. Rajyapaharanena cha.
Nirvinnoti mamattvena rajyapaharanena cha.
Nirvinnoti mamatvena rajyapaharanena cha. Nirvinnoti mamatvena rajyapaharanena cha. Pranipatya mahabhagam tam rishim shamsita vratam. Nirvinnoti mamatvena rajyapaharanena cha. Pranipatya mahabhagam tam rishim shamsita vratam. Nirvinnoti mamatvena rajyapaharanena cha.
Jagama sadyas tapase.
Jagama sadyas tapase. Jagama sadyas tapase.
Sacha vaishyo mahamune.
Sacha vaishyo mahamune. Sacha vaishyo mahamune.
Jagama sadyas tapase sacha vaishyo mahamune.
Jagama sadyas tapase. Sacha vaishyo mahamune. Jagama sadyas tapase. Sacha vaishyo mahamune.
Sandarshanarthamambaya.
Sandarshanarthamambaya. Sandarshanarthamambaya.
Nadi pulina samsthitaha.
Nadi pulina samsthitaha. Nadi pulina samsthitaha.
Sandarshanarthamambaya nadi pulina samsthitaha.
Sandarshanarthamambaya nadi pulina samsthitaha. Sandarshanarthamambaya nadi pulina samsthitaha. Jagama sadyas tapase sacha vaishyo mahamune. Sandarshanarthamambaya nadi pulina samsthitaha. Jagama sadyas tapase sacha vaishyo mahamune. Sandarshanarthamambaya nadi pulina samsthitaha.
So now, if you see, it's not Rishi Ruvacha, it is Markandeya Uvacha, who started the entire series of this Devi Mahatmya, right? So in the this is the Markandeya Purana. So Markandeya Uvacha, we are going back to the original speaker of this story. If you remember, he was talking to there are two versions. One, it says that Markandeya Rishi was telling the story to Bhaguri Rishi. And there is another pramana which says of Vyasa's Sishya called Jaimini. He was listening to he approached Markandeya and he said, "Oh Rishi, you are the most knowledgeable person. I want to listen to Devi's Prabhava. So please tell me the story." And that's how Markandeya Rishi starts the story. So now he comes. So Rishi, Sumedhas, and Suratha, the Vaishya, Raja, and the Rishi, they were all characters in the Markandeya Samvada, the conversation between those two, Markandeya Rishi and Jaimini Rishi. So now Markandeya Rishi is finishing. Like now he said, okay, Rishi has told the king and the Vaishya to go take surrender unto Devi's feet. Now Markandeya says, now listening to this, iti tasya vacha shrutva, tasya is the Rishi, the character Rishi. Sumedhas. So now having listened to the Rishi's Sumedhas words, Suratha, that king, Naradhipaha is king. That's Suratha and the Vaishya. Pranipatya Mahabhagam Tam Rishim. Tam Rishim means Tam Rishim. That Rishi. Tam means that and Rishi. Sumedhas. Samshita Vratam. Samshita Vratam means one who has done a lot of penance, lot of tapas. The Suratha, the Raja and the Vaishya, they both pranipatya, they do namaskara to this Sumedhas Rishi, having listened to the Rishi's words of, you go and now you go surrender. There is nothing more that I can tell you. Now you go find your own way from her. That is what the Rishi said. So they do the namaskara. And then nirvinnoti mamatvena rajya paharena cha. So this is a very important line. This Raja, nirvinnaha means dukkha. He is very unhappy with lot of pain in his chest, in his heart.
The pain has not gone.
It has not gone yet. This is the answer to your question. So he is still having a lot of pain after listening to all the 12 chapters of Devi Mahatmya.
By now he should have got some viveka.
Some hope or viveka, something.
He should have got something, but he has not got anything.
This is only delusion. This is only Maya. No, he has not got anything. He is still very not unhappy. He is full of pain in his chest. Why? And also thinking that my Rajyam is gone. Rajya apaharanena.
From the time the kingdom was gone.
Rajyata udaya and the Raja. So he's still thinking about how he lost his kingdom. And because of that, he's still having so much pain in his chest.
He cannot get over that feeling of loss of that kingdom.
Okay, it can be.
Normally we said time will heal, right? But nothing has healed him.
Nothing has healed him. He has a Rajoguna. He is a full-fledged warrior, right? How can he get that apamana? He has been insulted by another Raja who has no bala. If he was conquered by some powerful king, he would have probably accepted. Somebody who had no power conquered his kingdom, and he's been in this state for all this time. So that has really bothered him all this time. So the king's character, this line is actually showing us he's still in that pain. Okay. And Jagama Sadyas Tapase Sacha Vaishyo Mahamune. So both of them, the Vaishya and the adjectives, the emotions of the king is given. The Vaishya is not given here. No, we don't know yet what the Vaishya is thinking, what is going on in his mind. But the king, we know that he's completely still in feeling that loss. And
And
both,
we did not know until now what the king is feeling. Whether as all the story has it made him more viveki or get that viveka jnanam.
that is a suspense,
It's a
right?
suspense, right?
All
Now
this
it is
time-
revealed here. Yeah.
All this time you are saying, oh, that is so interesting. So tell me more about Devi.
Yeah.
Who is that Devi? All sorts of questions he asked. But what happened now to them?
What
Has
is
it
he? What?
changed?
Yeah.
Does
his state.
the story actually did it change anything in their minds? This line tells us, this story, this verse tells us that king is still in the same state. He has not changed. Just like us. How much do we forget, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
keep thinking, rattling. Oh my God, all the time ranting about what all things we got into.
Yeah, what we did
all
not
we
get,
missed,
what we
all
missed.
did we not get. How did they insult me? How did they talk to me like that? How did my kids talk to me like that? Do we stop? No. After reading so much of philosophy and stotra and everything, still we are in the same position. So Raja
King.
is representing us, nothing different. So both of them, what do? They go to
Jagama Sadhya Sacha Vaishyo Mahamuni.
such a Vaishyo Mahamune. So they both tell the Mahamuni, oh Maharshi, okay, we both are going to Nadi Pulina Samsthitaha. Nadi Pulina means banks of a river. Nadi is Nadi, river. Nadi Pulina means we both will now go to the banks of a river. For what reason? Sandarshanam. Sandarshanartha means to get the Sandarshanartham Ambaya. Ambaya is Devi's Sandarshanam means Pratyaksha Darshanam. We both are now going to go to that bank of the river. Somehow we want to do something to get her darshana. This is that's what they tell the Rishi. Now they can't just walk away, right? So after listening to all this, they are doing a namaskara to the Rishi and they are both saying, no, we both, okay, we will go and surrender. And it's not only surrendering, we are going to go to the banks of the river to pray for her Sandarshanam. We are going to pray for her Pratyaksha Darshanam.
Sadhyaha tapase is like now. Like
yeah, immediately.
Immediately after hearing all that, they are not wasting any time. Okay, immediately they are going to the banks of the river.
To do the tapas.
And tapase, that is important. So
Yeah.
they are going to, it's like a prayer, not like an ordinary prayer. Tapas is also prayer, but pray where that prayer is having
lot of
more effort.
mental determination.
Total
right?
determination.
Determination has to be there. It's not like I just go pray. I thought I surrendered. Not like that.
Because
tapas means it requires a lot of mental. It shows their
mental determination,
and they have also got this complete faith on Devi. They have understood from what advice Rishi gave, Sumedhas gave. So now they have they are convinced, okay, this is it. Now we'll go and do tapas immediately. Sadhyaha means right now we are going to do tapas to that Devi in the banks of the river.
So when they do tapas, when there is so much one-pointed focus and concentration continuously, tapaha also has meaning of heat. So when you do for at least even 5 minutes, you will get so hard you will not be able to even do that continuously, right? But they have taken that determination. Whatever happens, we will do that penance. It's more a penance instead of just a simple puja. When it becomes a penance where you will not sandarshanartha ambaya means I have gone to see that Devi in physical form. Until that happens, they are not going to stop. That is why the word tapas is used here.
The king,
both are together.
Rishi is saying that they both got up now. They did the pranama to the namaskara to the Rishi Sumedhas. Markandeya is describing the situation now. Yeah. There is no conversation between king and Sumedhas happening. Here the conversation has gone to Markandeya Rishi and
who is just explaining what has happened. The Nirvinnaha, that the king whose mind is like still troubled,
So, yeah,
whose heart
that's a
is like
big-
with so much
you have
problems.
to pay attention here that Raja has not, this is not that conversation between Sumedha, Suratha and Vaishya has stopped. This is the perspective of Markandeya Rishi. Markandeya Rishi is saying that Raja who is still Nirvinnaha and Raja Paharanena, he is still thinking of that. So Markandeya has, he knows, he's
He's a Rishi.
Rishi, right? So he knows the mind state, the state of mind of the king. King is not accepting, oh Muni, I'm still Nirvinnaha or I'm still thinking of the Raja Apaharana. Markandeya is telling the Sishya, his Sishya, that king who has still that Nirvinnaha, he has not given up. So the state of mind of the king is known through Markandeya Rishi to us.
Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe.
Tapas. Sadyas tapas. Sadyas tapasenu சொல்றா இல்லையா?
So
to do the tapas, we are going to the banks of the river.
Normally they go to a bank of a river,
Bank of river
because
lada,
they have to take snanam
tarpana, everything is
every
there.
day, taking bath. So it will be easier, because they don't want, if they stay somewhere and then they have to take bath and walk for like 5 miles or more
Time
time,
wasted.
time is wasted, right?
They
So
will, lot of the tapas will be done usually at the banks
of the river. Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe.
Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe. Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe.
Devi Suktam param japan.
Devi Suktam param japan. Devi Suktam param japan.
Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe. Devi Suktam param japan.
Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe. Devi Suktam param japan. Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe. Devi Suktam param japan.
Tau tasmin puline devyah.
Tau tasmin puline devyah. Tau tasmin puline devyah.
Kritva murtim mahimayim.
Kritva murtim mahimayim. Kritva murtim mahimayim.
So devyaha and kritva, it will combine, the visarga will be dropped and ik sound will be replaced with the visarga, devyaha, that will be dropped. It will become devyah kritva. That ik sound will be replaced, will come instead of the visarga sound. Tau tasmin puline devyah kritva murtim mahimayim.
Tau tasmin puline devyah kritva murtim mahimayim. Tau tasmin puline devyah kritva murtim mahimayim. Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe. Devi Suktam param japan. Tau tasmin puline devyah kritva murtim mahimayim. Sacha Vaishyas tapastepe. Devi Suktam param japan. Tau tasmin puline devyah kritva murtim mahimayim.
So Sa Cha Vaishyaha. Sa means it is referring to the king, Surathaha. There is no explicitly it's not said. Saha, that king. And Cha means and. Vaishyaha, and the Vaishya. Tapastepe. Right?
Yeah, tapastepe.
Tapastepe.
Tapaha tepe.
So
Tapaha
Tapaha,
is
they both did the tapas.
Tapaha is penance, tepe is doing the penance.
They did the penance by saying the Param Devi Suktam. The
Devi Suktam.
What do you say? Most
Param means
Param means
Uttamam or highest.
Highest Devi
Highest
Suktam.
mantra, you can say highest mantra.
Highest mantra. They kept doing the japa of the Devi Sukta. And Tau means dual. Two people, right? King and the Vaishya. So those two, Tasmin Puline, that sand bank, right? So it is a sand bank, sandy kind of beach, kind of a thing. So that Puline, what did they do? Devyaha Kritva Murtim Mahi Mayim. Mahi means earth, that is mud,
Mud.
right?
Mahi, Mahi.
Devyaha Murtim, they did the Murti of Devi using the mud. They just did the, Mrit, we did.
Mrin Mahi, Mahi, Mahi means
You do
the one which is fully of mud.
With
or
the mud, they do usually we do the Shivalinga, the
Yeah,
easy
Parthiva
ones.
Linga, we say, right? But Parthiva
Parthiva
again.
Linga. So they both did the Murti of Devi. Thinking of the description of what Rishi gave, they do a Murti of Devi and they keep on doing the Japam of the Devi Suktam, which is the highest, Param Devi Suktam. So now, Devi Suktam, right? For this, the commentators have given what could be the Devi Suktam. Markandeya Rishi says they did the japa of Devi Suktam. Today we all know all the books have this title Devi Suktam. Namo Devyai Mahadevyai Shivayi Satatam Namaha. But what could be the Devi Suktam that they chanted? So commentators have raised this question. So they Prachalitama, like popularly, they have written four texts that could be the Devi Suktam. One could be the Devi Suktam that is found in the Rig Veda. So that Devi Suktam that we recite, Namo Devyai, has a Rigvedic text also, where it explains, it is similar, it is a counterpart in the Rig Veda. So that could be one. The second could be the one stotra that was done in the 5th chapter by the Devas, that we all do. The third one, Bhaskara Raya in his Guptavati, he says, third one could be the Charita, the 3 Charitas.
All of them.
All of them.
All entire Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam.
Entire Charita Parayanam, it could be the Devi Suktam that was referred. The fourth, he himself says that it could be the prose form of Devi, the Mahatmya. See, now what we are reading is in the verse form with the Vibhaga done. The Mantratmaka Vibhaga has been done. So this is a Puranic text. We all know that from the Markandeya Purana. But then it has been given the Mantratmaka Swarupa, and for Mantratmakam, you have to partition the lines properly. So that this is where they know where to partition it, so that only if they partition it exactly correctly, that can be used for the Homa, for the Agni Karya. You cannot just randomly partition the lines. Why only one single line becomes a mantra sometimes, and why 2 lines? And suddenly it becomes the meter changes and the 4 lines are becoming in the 4th chapter and 11th chapter. So this Vibhaga has been done by lot of people in the past. But Bhaskara Raya's main actually work was on doing the proper, like fine-tuning the Vibhaga, Mantratmaka Vibhaga. So in his text, Guptavati, he has given a lot of arguments and debates on why the previously done Vibhaga is not correct here in certain places, and which has to be corrected. So he has a lot of logic and everything, which is beyond our intellect, right? We cannot, that's a different topic of discussion. So he says that one is the Charitra Parayana, I told you, the third one. It could also be Mantratmaka Gadya, like a prose, which is like a Mala mantra itself, with no Vibhaga in it, no partitioning done, but one Mala mantra together as a prose. That also could be the Devi Sukta. So he raises these 4 points. One Rigveda text, one the 5th chapter Namo Devyai. The third one could be the 3 partitioned Charitra.
Actually, the full Devi Mahatmyam, which we are doing.
Which we are doing. Parayanam. The partitioned Charitra, Prathama Charitra, Madhyama Charitra, and Uttara Charitra. The third one could be one Malatmaka, Mantratmaka, Gadya. Gadya means prose.
This is the 4th one.
4th one without any partitioning done. But he doesn't say which is the one that they did. he stops there. Guptavati Bhaskaraya, he raises the question, but he doesn't give his own opinion. What could be the one? But there are other commentators, Nagoji Bhatta and Shantanavi, and they all say that there is a lot of pramana in Lakshmi Tantra which says that it is a Namo Devi Mahadevi, because that is the sukta. One pramana he says is, this is the only sukta which talks about, it starts with Devi.
Namo Devyai Mahadevi.
It's only Devi there. So that is why it should be called Devi Sukta. So this could be the one that they did the japam all the time. So they all arrive at that conclusion. So for us, okay, Devi Suktam, Namo Devi, we all take it, right? People like commentators will not take it that way. Like it's like a research paper for them. They have to, arguments and then answers and counter arguments and defense and everything, right? So I just wanted you all to know that too. So this is how they have arrived at. This is the 5th chapter. Devi Namo Devi is the one that we have to understand that the king and Vaishya did.
There is one, also one commentator from Tantra. He says that this could be the mantra for the Mahalakshmi mantra, because that Mahalakshmi mantra to that Chandika, that after the second Madhyama Charitram, after the Mahishasura Vadha, all the devas are saying this Namo Devi Mahadevi in the 5th chapter, right? So that they can be protected later when they Shumbhasura, all of from them, they can be protected. Because of that, the 4th, that the Madhyama Charitras, Mahalakshmi is the most important. And because of that, the Mahalakshmi is Bija, right? What is the Bijam for the cream? So that mantra is what here Devi Sukta means.
Some people think that Devi Sukta means that mantra.
That one
Mantra
letter,
japa.
that one mantra, that
Just
like
the
cream,
Bhuvaneshwari Bijam.
This the Bhuvaneshwari Bijam is the Devi Sukta.
That is why in Devi Upanishad also, Vyadikara Samyuktam, Vitihotra Samanvitam, Ardhendulasitam Devya, Bijam, Sarvartha Sadhakam.
See, Bhuvaneshwari Bijam is given there also.
Vyat
Ikaram.
Vyadikara Samyuktam, until the Vitihotra Samanvitam, Ardhendulasitam Devyaha, Bijam, right? That explains the Bhuvaneshwari Bijam. And it says Sarvartha Sadhakam. It is capable, that one bija is capable of giving anything. So there is a popular belief that Devi Suktam Param Japan means they did the japa of only this bija.
On that bija alone, they were doing for.
So that is also taken.
But the majority of like all the commentators, right? We have
They've
to take
all agreed on one thing, that Namo Devi.
The Namo Devi is the most common accepted thing.
I also think they are saying that she also said good charanam, like surrender. And Namo Devi captures the
Full,
surrendering.
exactly.
Namaha. Namastasye, more and more of surrendering, right? Could be,
So if we have to like make a conclusion, right? Because if I have to make a conclusion, I will say it will be that Namo Devi Mahadevi Devi Suktam only. Out of all of this, because everybody, see, we are giving you all of this thing. So now every one of you can come to any conclusion. I'm not, because there is nobody can, if I conclude, it does not mean that everybody has to agree with that, my conclusion. Everybody can have different conclusions. But that is why the commentators give generally all the views, and they will also give, okay, this is the most popularly most common conclusion for most of.
They also get the pramana from Lakshmi Tantra.
And Lakshmi Tantra also talks about this
Namo Devi Mahadevi. So that is what we have to stick to.
This Devi Suktam and the Aparajita Suktam both are same. It comes later on.
Devi Sukta, Namo Devi Mahadevi.
At the end also we'll say Namo Devi, right?
Yeah.
So also, both are same. That is the Devi Suktam. Devi Suktam is in the 5th chapter, starting with the Namo Devi. And we also, after the end of every Parayanam or Chandi Homam, you would have noticed we also chant the Devi Suktam again at the end.
Yeah, while we are on this topic, I just remembered about that. In the 12th chapter, you had, sorry to go back and forth suddenly. I want to tell you, share it before I forget. Yushmabhistuteyo yascha brahmarshibhis
Kirtaha.
kritaha, right? What did we say? Yushmabhihi stuteyaha. That is verse number 24 in the 12th chapter. We said Yushmabhihi stuteyaha means that stuti that you all said. Devi said, right? What did we say? That was the Devi Suktam. Narayani Suktam, right? And Yashcha Brahmarshibhi Kritaha, right? So Brahmarshihi, Brahma including Rishi, we said. So there is also one commentary there about
Brahmarshi.
so which one we said for that? Brahmarshibhi, fourth chapter. Because all the Rishis and Brahma, including Brahma, everybody said. But Brahma Rishi could mean also one Rishi,
One Rishi,
who has
Brahma
got the Brahma Rishi Pattam.
Brahmagyan,
Like a
like
title.
Vasishtha, like who has
Vasishtha, they
got
all got the Brahma Rishi Pattam, right? The title.
title.
So Brahma Rishi means Sumedhas.
Sumedhas is a Brahma Rishi.
Sumedhas is the Brahma Rishi. And what did he say?
It
His
is
own
all-
words, his what words?
His own words are
his
already.
own words in the first chapter,
it is already
when
there.
he is explaining Mahamaya to the king. So when you go back to the first chapter, that sorry, yeah, but this is a good, interesting topic, so I don't want to miss this. There is one.
It starts
He talks
here
about
from Ya Namaste Samadhi. He starts from there.
no. So he talks about Manushyana. The animals are in the night. They all
see,
the
they
birds
can
they
see.
fly, right?
Yeah.
He gives all the explanation about that. Only we humans have this affection towards our children and everything because of lobhat prati upakaram. We expect, because of the expectation, we have this delusion and everything. So the Brahmarshibhi Kritaha in the 12th chapter, it could refer from the verse Tathapi mamata varte mohagarte nipatitaha mahamaya prabhavena samsara sthitikarina tannatra vismaya karyo yoganidra jagatpatehe mahamaya hareshesha taya sammohyate jagat jnaninamapi chetamsi devi bhagavati hi sa baladakrisya mohaya mahamaya prayachati. Those three verses are the main introductory verses that the Brahma Sumedhas gives to the Raja and the Vaishya about Mahamaya. That is where he starts the introduction. First, he describes about how humans have this, lobha, the prati upakaram, the expectation,
You do something, then immediately expect others to
he talks about
reciprocate.
general things. But from this verse, 53rd, second line, Tathapi mamata varte, from that till that Jnanina api chetamsi, those three verses is where he gives introduction to Mahamaya. So they are that Sumedhas Rishi's words. So many people think that those three words itself is the Brahmarshibhi Kritaha. You could take it as either the fourth chapter or only these three, and from this only we get the Saptashloki also. Jnani Namapi Chetamsi, that is where it starts. So that was one thing that I missed in the last class. I wanted to tell you. Now let's continue.
Yeah,
We'll
and
go
also
back.
if you go back to the first class, when we explained this particular shloka, we said that this is where the Sumedhas introduces the main character or the hero of
this entire
Devi
story.
Mahatmyam, who is the Mahamaya. If you go back, it will be there.
Yeah.
Is there in which river bank is there any reference in which river bank they take?
No. Maybe in the Purana, we have to check for that.
But there is, I don't think specifically, because if there was something there,
they would have brought it out. At least the commentators would not leave anything. They would have.
No reference of like Murti that they did idealistic worship.
No.
It is a Mrit Murti. That is why there is no like Prana Pratishta of the Devi.
It's only
So that
made
is
of
why
mud.
they have said
When there is
sand,
flood, it
is
would have
made
washed.
of-
It will wash away if there is floods. Yeah.
They're not meditating on those three verses, right? In the
No, that is a different one.
I refer to the 12th chapter.
It is a different context. Just that
Context,
yesterday we
totally.
just wanted to clarify something which
We wanted to
we
explain that also. That could be from this Sumedhas Kritva, like the verses done by the Sumedhas.
That has nothing to do. But that first chapter, when that hero Mahamaya has again come the same,
It is.
right, in the concluding, because that presence is again there in the 13th chapter, the concluding.
How did they remember all that Devi Stuti? I mean, the Rishi
Exactly,
just telling them,
that could be, that's another thing that people thought. I told you, without partitioning, one Gadya, one prose of the entire Mahatmya could be the one that can be rejected, and also the 3 Charitra can be rejected. Because there is no way that they can remember all these verses. The conversation was a very casual one. The Rishi text.
And also it's not small text, right? 700 verses. Who
and
can
it is
remember?
not like Mahabharata where Ganapati wrote, and Ramayana where actually Valmiki wrote and everything. This is something like a conversation happened, and there is no way that these can be there. So it could be either only the Rigvedic text or this one.
all Hrim.
Or the Hrim Bijam could have been the Japa.
Yeah.
That is why they say that also. But popularly, the aspects of these 23 aspects of the Brahman, which is that is very striking when you actually group them. When we go to the Devi Suktam, I will tell you. So maybe that is what has actually, that maybe the Rishi Sumedhas made them chant again and again. He gave a practice session, I don't know. Like you all do it, to say twice. I'll say once, you all say twice. So I don't know, but that namastasya is that is what they want.
It's also easy to remember. Right?
Remember, they only needed the aspects to be remembered. So they must, and they were much more intelligent than us. Like they did it only once, and they could remember everything.
Here, he's almost highlighting, it seems to be Vaishya over the Raja. And
Yeah,
the
here.
Vaishya was leading the
Yeah.
Japam or something.
No. Here, Sacha means him and Vaishya.
Raja.
Yeah, no, because in the
Previous
previous
one
one,
already
he has
said
been
Raja.
already referred.
To Raja.
It was referring Raja, so he continues as that.
Then he
Him
says
and
he.
Vaishya, they both went. So actually, king is there in the front actually. First,
Sa
he
is
didn't say
actually
Vaishya
king.
and the king. He said
King and
Sacha
the
Vaishya.
Vaishya. Yeah.
I want to chant like how they are chanting Devi Suktam. You can also chant Devi Suktam just by itself, right? Without the Nyasam and all.
Yeah,
Devi
Devi
Suktam
Suktam is
doesn't need.
independent.
When you chant it as a Suktam, it doesn't need any.
Yeah, it is just independent of all. Yeah. So Arhanam, right?
Arhanam.
Arhanam Chakra Tustasyaha.
Arhanam Chakratustasyaha. Arhanam Chakratustasyaha.
Pushpadhupaagnitarpanaihi.
Pushpadhupaagnitarpanaihi. Pushpadhupaagnitarpanaihi.
Arhanam Chakra Tustasyaha. And Pushpa will become Tasyah Pushpa. If sound will replace that Visarga sound. Arhanam Chakra Tustasyah Pushpadhupaagnitarpanaihi.
Arhanam Chakratustasya Pushpadhupaagnitarpanaihi. Arhanam Chakratustasya Pushpadhupaagnitarpanaihi.
Niraharau yataharau tanmanaskau samahitau. Sorry. Niraharau harau. Niraharau yataharau.
Niraharau yataharau. Niraharau yataharau.
Tanmanaskau samahitau.
Tanmanaskau samahitau. Tanmanaskau samahitau.
Niraharau yataharau tanmanaskau samahitau.
Niraharau yataharau. Tanmanaskau samahitau. Niraharau yataharau. Tanmanaskau samahitau. Arhanam Chakratustasya Pushpadhupaagnitarpanaihi. Niraharau yataharau. Tanmanaskau samahitau.
Arhanam Chakratustasya Pushpadhupadvitarpanaihi Niraharau Yataharau Tanmanaskau Samahitau.
So after doing Devi's Murti with Mahi Mahi using the
Mud.
mud, Arhanam means puja. They did the puja, Tasyaha of Devi's puja. They did the puja for Devi by offering Pushpa, Dhupa,
Dhupa.
Agni and Tarpana. So they did all. We saw that in the last class. They are all Angi. They are all supporting events for a puja. So,
all of them has to be done.
so they did not do just the japa. They did all the prescribed methods of doing the homa and everything, and also did the tarpana. Chakratuna verb pannina. They did. Chakratuhu.
You do Tarpana with Devi Mahatmyam.
Yeah, we
always do
we
for
do even
Sahasra
homa.
Chandi,
Yeah, all the
Shata
homas,
Chandi.
Shata Chandi we do.
There will be
One person doing tarpana, one
They
marjanam,
will be doing, prokshanam should be done, and tarpanam will also be done. And niraharo yataharo.
Next one. Yeah, niraharo. Yeah.
So niraharo means yataharo means eating whatever was available, and niraharo sometimes not even eating anything. Tanmanasko, having one pointed focus on her, just mentally they have just
Total
thinking,
focus. No mind does not wander. Just one focus.
One focus. Samahitau means also by controlling their indriyas.
Senses.
Sense
organs. All of them are controlled.
And everything were controlled. So this is what is called tapas. So it was not an ordinary puja. It was like a tapas is what it is. Exactly.
Tapas means all of this should be.
All of this should be.
Niraharo, yataharo. Yataharo also means, yataharo also is swalpa aharam, very little aharam, just to survive,
yeah.
just little.
And whatever was available. Niraharo, even sometimes
not even
leaving
that.
that also,
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah. Full fast.
Yeah.
Everything.
Not
and
only
also
that.
the pleasures of the body, like they were sleeping somewhere where whatever was available. If they felt thirsty, they could control that thirst.
So it is all, even like just simple, like
Emotions,
when you
everything.
see something, your mind, because that takes you away, right? Your focus, when you open your eyes and see something, your eyes take your eyes is not in your control. It sees something which you don't want to see, or it takes away your focus. Same thing, some hearing, you are focusing something, some sound comes, and you are not able to focus but now all that indriyam, like the entire body, their mind, everything is totally under their control.
So with one
no
focus.
longer the organs are controlling them. They are it's called jitendriya. Though that person who has the indriyam, who has one over, they're called jitendriya. And here these both the Suratha and Vaishya, they are jitendriya. That is their present state.
So they were not even sleeping.
Yes.
Even sleep, nothing, because their own body, like what it is, they have overcome all of that. They see any bodily limitations which humans have, because of all the indriyas are all, they are controlling us. When the person becomes jitendriya, then they sleep or it doesn't matter. Nothing matters to them. They have come to that state. It's like a samadhi state. That is what they are. Dadatustau balim chaiva.
Dadatustau balim chaiva. Dadatustau balim chaiva.
Nijagatra srigukshitam.
Nijagatra srigukshitam. Nijagatra srigukshitam.
Dadatustau balim chaiva nijagatra srigukshitam.
Dadatustau balim chaiva nijagatra srigukshitam. Dadatustau balim chaiva nijagatra
Evam samaradhayato.
Evam samaradhayato. Evam samaradhayato.
So yatoho, yatos, it will be replaced by is sound. Tribharvarshair yatatmanoho.
Tribhirvarshairyatmanoh. Tribhirvarshairyatmanoh.
Evam samaradhayatos tribharvarshair yatatmanoho.
Evam samaradhayatos tribhirvarshairyatmanoh. Evam samaradhayatos tribhirvarshairyatmanoh. Dadatustau balim chaiva nijagatra srikukshitam. Evam samaradhayatos tribhirvarshairyatmanoh. Dadatustau balim chaiva nijagatra srikukshitam. Evam samaradhayatos tribhirvarshairyatmanoh.
Paritushta jagadhatri.
Paritushta jagadhatri. Paritushta jagadhatri.
Pratyaksham praha chandika.
Pratyaksham praha chandika. Pratyaksham praha chandika.
Paritushta jagadhatri. Pratyaksham praha chandika.
Paritushta jagadhatri. Pratyaksham praha chandika. Paritushta jagadhatri. Pratyaksham praha chandika.
So,
Dadatusta.
datatustau, dadatuhu tau. Tau means both of them.
Both.
Balim cha eva nijagatra srugukshitam. Nijagatra srugukshitam means the blood that came out of their own body. They dipped the bali and offered it. Okay, they
Balim,
offered,
yeah.
dadatuhu, they offered
Bali.
bali by dipping it in their own blood. Nija gatra, their own body from the blood coming out of their own flesh. Okay, so that's how they offered the bali also. We saw that bali pradhanam was also part
of the puja. So they
so
have
they
to
did
do
not leave anything. Puja, pushpa dhupa agni tarpana they did, agni karya they did, and they also did the balidana. And how? Using their own, doing the prokshana. Some commentators say that nijagatra srugukshitam means either dipping it in the blood or could be a prokshana. Using their own blood they used to.
They take the offering of the bali, which is the animal offering, and then they cut their own bodies. It is not like they are. Today we see many pictures, right, where they say that they actually cut
the
their
flesh and offered.
Yeah, but I don't think anywhere it is mentioned
The
in that
meaning
way.
of
The
this
meaning
word is actually to dip and
or just sprinkle their own blood, and with that the offering, and then offer it to the Devi. That's what they are doing.
So now the
next one.
commentators, commentators come here again. They raise a point.
Yeah.
Okay, this is balidana is a rajasic guna, right? King is a rajasic guna, so that is okay. This balidana he has done to achieve his kamya. Whatever
That is Rajasa Kamya can be obtained by doing something which is Rajasic. Okay. It's not the king is Rajasic, but his Kamya is Rajasic.
Kamya is Rajasic. He wants his kingdom back. He wants to fight and everything. So his Kamya itself is Rajasic. So this is also Rajasic.
The Bali is a Rajasic worship. So
it can match well.
Yeah.
But Vaishya, we know very soon that his Kamana is not Rajasic. It's Sattvic. He wants moksha in the end. How could a person who wants moksha is the ultimate Sattvic Kamya, right? How could he do this Rajasic
because he is also doing together. Both are doing.
Tau. Very clearly Markandeya is saying they are both doing. It's a dual variation, right? So how could a person wanting only moksha for himself, why would he do the Rajasic Bali? A Rajasic way of offering. So the commentators say that when the Kamya is Rajasic, like I want Aishwarya and everything, you could get that Kamya satisfied doing a Sattvic Puja.
Still you can
Even
get a Rajasic
Sattvic
Phalan.
Puja, Sattvic Aradhana of Devata will yield Rajasic Phalan. The Phalan could be Rajasic, but the way you are doing the Aradhana could be Sattvic. Similarly, a Rajasic Aradhana could yield the Sattvic Kamya. So they say, okay, this can be accepted.
Accepted because because they raise a point, right? Why would the person who wants this moksha sadhana, sattva, which is more just a sattvic longing or sattvic fulfillment, which is longing for, why would he do a puja with a rajasic offering, which is like offering the bali, right? So the Rishi, our commentators will not just leave that, right? So they will debate on that, and then so that is what we just explained to you.
Yeah, somebody had a question. Yeah, you.
Balidanam, when they say, it's not necessarily animal sacrifice.
No, here it is animal sacrifice.
Animal sacrifice.
Yeah.
Last class we have to explain that.
Yeah.
12.
Yesterday. Yeah. Okay.
So more details we have explained.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Ultimately, but in the current times we live, that feels a little bit
See, this first of all, this Swarocishas Mantvantaram, only this happened. I don't know if you all remember. Again, let's go back to the first chapter. Everything's starting there. Ashtavimshati Yuge. So there are 14 Manvantaras, and this happened in the second Manvantara, Swarochisha Manvantara. We are in the 7th Manvantara. Vaivaswata Manvantara. So a lot of things have changed. Can you even think of this kind of a tapas? Just to imagine, just to listen to the story is overwhelming. How could somebody do this, right? So everything, it's all, at that time, everything, whatever was valid, happened. So we cannot compare the ages, right?
So everything changes. I explained, I think, before also many times I explained what is the practice, what is the right thing, what is wrong. They are not always true. What is right 1,000 years back may not be true today. There are some, if I tell you, you will be like today in this, right? This is a very, I'm not sure, I don't know whether it's a good example. Like if a man walks on the road without his dress, right? Like just the upper garments, he will not be arrested. But if it is done by a woman, they will be arrested, right? In some countries, I'm not saying here Bay Area is different, but I'm just saying in many. So how do you just say that which is the correct thing? If one was correct, then universally it should be accepted, and all the time it should be accepted. So the same thing in India 1,000 years back, it was accepted for all the genders. So there was no difference. I'm just saying. So you cannot go and fight today's the penal code or the law which is today and say that 5,000 years back this was what the law. So should
law
we
will change
now? So
times.
Law changes every time when the Supreme Court somebody makes a law, it will change. So the change is always constant. So you should not always superimpose your current ideas and your current thoughts to something which happened before. So we should not say, is this correct? Is this not correct? That we should not even comment on that, because we are in today's world. So today, if you are saying like how it should be done, we may be doing differently. So in this, they say Bali is actually both animal and the Kushmanda or the pumpkin. Today, when we do the puja, we will only offer the Kushmanda, right? That is what we will be offering. So if somebody can also question us, right, why you are not doing exactly what was already prescribed, because this is what we are used to. So we are also changing according to the times. So we are not doing exactly what was prescribed. If
But
we have,
there will be some pramana or shastra to, adjust here and there.
here, yeah, it will be that.
It is not randomly chosen. Pumpkin has not been randomly chosen. There would be some kind of text which has been available somewhere, which says that, okay, you can, these are the alternatives that you can use.
Yeah, and also you should not immediately conclude that in today's world we have to only use, instead of animal, we have to use the pumpkin. That is also not correct. Because even today, in many temples, many places in India
Eastern
and other
part of
places,
India,
so many different parts, they will do this sacrifice. They will actually do even today. It is happening today. It is not that something which is not happening. Even today it is happening. That is how they will do the puja. So there are many. So what my point is, you should not say that this is how. There cannot be. There may be questions, right? It's not that there will be somebody who might question and say, if this is what is said, why you are not doing exactly the same? Why you are using only Kushmanda Bali, right? If they ask, right? So that is why I am saying these are things which are beyond the scope of, like, this is what we actually at this point of time we are changing. Just like everything changes, we are changing according to the present rules of the society. So I am not saying the present rules are correct, because 5,000 years back it was different. Another 100 years after, do you think the same rules will exist for everybody? It may not exist. They will all change. At that time, whoever is doing, they may still have this video. They will say, okay, yeah, the rules are changed. It is still there, right? Video may be there. We will not be there after 100 years. But the class video might be there.
Yeah.
They might think, okay, we will change according to what is present world. Right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's continue.
Then Paritushta Jagadhatri.
Paritushta Jagadhatri. So, evam samaradhayatoho tribhir vasher yatatpanoho. Yatatpanoho means they have Jitendriya. Having become the Jitendriya, they did this kind of aradhana for 3 years. Tribhihi varshaihi. They did this kind of aradhana for 3 years. Yatatpanoho. With the Chitta Shuddhi. And they did the aradhana like this. And then Paritushta Jagadhatri Pratyaksham Praha Chandika. That Jagadhatri, that Devi who holds this prapancha, the entire prapancha, that Chandika Devi, she comes in Pratyaksha in her full form, and Praha. Praha means she spoke. She actually speaks to them.
Paritushta
means
happened.
Very happy.
She became happy.
She accepted. That means she happily accepted their aradhana.
And they did Tribhir Varshagi, 3 years like this aradhana continuously. She immediately, she has no other choice but to come in present, because their aim was not just that they get like they wanted pratyaksham, right?
Sandarshanartham Ambaya. Sandarshanam. They wanted to see her.
Yeah.
So that Sandarshanam only they were that was their tapas. So they had to talk to her.
Yeah.
The Raja and Vaishya, at least Vaishya, I don't know. Raja had to literally talk to her. That's why he wanted that Pratyaksha Darshana.
That is a Pratyaksham Praga Chandika. Chandika.
Yeah, they did.
Every time they will give.
Every
time they will do. Yeah.
Maybe at the end of 3 years, they had no blood in their body, and Devi got, took pity on them, and she came in front of them.
Devyuvacha Yat Prarthyate Tvaya Bhupa Tvaya Chakulanandana
त्वया च कुलनन्दन
यत् प्रार्थ्यते त्वया भूप त्वया च कुलनन्दन
यत्प्रार्थ्यते त्वया भूप त्वया च कुलनन्दन यत्प्रार्थ्यते त्वया भूप त्वया च कुलनन्दन
मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वम्
मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वम् मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वम्
परितुष्टा ददामि तत्
परितुष्टा ददामि तत् परितुष्टा ददामि तत्
मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वं परितुष्टा ददामि तत्
मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वं परितुष्टा ददामि तत् मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वं परितुष्टा ददामि तत् यत्प्रार्थ्यते त्वया भूप त्वया च कुलनन्दन मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वं परितुष्टा ददामि तत् यत्प्रार्थ्यते त्वया भूप त्वया च कुलनन्दन मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वं परितुष्टा ददामि तत्.
So Devi says, Yat prarthyate tvaya bhupa, O king, you by you, tvaya, by you, and O Kulanandana. Kulanandana, she is addressing the Vaishya. Kulanandana means the boy or girl who gives joy to the family. So she is addressing the Vaishya as
Cool.
O Vaishya, who has given happiness to your family. The prarthana that has been done by you both, yat prarthyate, that prarthana that has been done by you and the Kulanandana, mattaha means from me, tat, that prarthana, prapyatam, let you both get that from me, sarvam, all of it,
Whatever you want,
get that from me. Paritushta, I am completely happy, delighted, I am completely satisfied. Dadami tat, I will give you that. So she says, whatever you want, whatever you have done this all for
wanting
something, that may you both get from me, because I am completely happy and satisfied. I will give you the dana, dadami. I am giving you.
Dadami tat, I will give you that boon. Ask the boon anything, I will give. Markandeya uvacha.
Markandeya uvacha. Markandeya uvacha.
Tato vavre nirpo rajyam.
Tato vavre nirpo rajyam. Tato vavre nirpo rajyam.
Avirbhramshanya janmani.
Avirbhramshanya janmani. Avirbhramshanya janmani.
Tato vavre nirpo rajyam avirbhramshanya janmani.
Tato vavre nirpo rajyam avirbhramshanya janmani. Tato vavre nirpo rajyam avirbhramshanya janmani.
So rajyam and avir will become ma. Rajyam and avir. Avibhram, yeah. Rajyam avibhram.
Avibhram.
Tato vavre nirpo rajyam avibhram shanya janmani.
Tato vavre nirpo rajyam avibhramshanya janmani. Tato vavre nirpo rajyam avibhramshanya janmani.
Atraiva cha nijam rajyam.
Atraiva cha nijam rajyam. Atraiva cha nijam rajyam.
Hatashatru balam balat.
Hatashatru balam balat. Hatashatru balam balat.
Atraiva cha nijam rajyam. Hatashatru balam balat.
Atraiva cha nijam rajyam. Hatashatru balam balat. अत्रैव च निजं राज्यम् अथ शत्रुबलं बलात् ततो वव्रे नृपो राज्यमभिभ्रंशन्यजन्मनि अत्रैव च निजं राज्यम् अथ शत्रुबलं बलात् ततो वव्रे नृपो राज्यमभिभ्रंशन्यजन्मनि अत्रैव च निजं राज्यम् अथ शत्रुबलं बलात्.
So the Raja now speaks up. He gets the first boon. Okay, he asks first. Tato vavre. Vavre means to, he sought. He did. Then he asked, Nripaha, Rajam avibhramshya. Vibhramshya means ruin, destroy. Okay. Avibhramshya means that cannot be ruined. Anya Janmani, in another birth. So he's not talking about this birth, Raja. He's already aiming for something more for the next Janma. In another Janma, Anya Janmani, Avibhramshya Rajyam. I want a Rajya, kingdom which cannot be ruined or destroyed in my another birth also.
Particularly the Avibhramsha word is used when there is something like so much slippery. If you take it in your hand, it will slip away from your hand. Right? There are you cannot hold it. It will just if it is like roll, right? It will totally no friction. It will just roll out, right? So Avibhramsha means it will not roll out.
Which cannot be.
It will not escape from your hand.
From your hands.
Clutches. It will always be with you. It will not escape.
Be destroyed. Which cannot be like in the context of kingdom. It cannot be destroyed.
Won over or destroyed by other enemy country.
In Anya Janmani, not here, okay? But then he comes to this also. This Atra Api, that word Atraiva, right? Atra means now.
No.
Atrayeva cha Nijam Rajyam, my own Rajyam. Nijam Rajyam.
Nijam means his own.
Hata Shatru Balam, that which can destroy, which his own Rajya, kingdom, I need my kingdom back, which has won over the Shatru. The Shatru's enemy is Bala. I should win over the enemies and then I should get back my own kingdom. Atrayeva, even now. So he's not only asking for now, he knows he's going to have another Janma and he's going to have more kingdoms in the next Janma also. And that also should not go away from my hands. He's very careful. 3 years he has done the tapas, right? He cannot, normal varam and all will not be enough for him.
So he's saying the next birth, I don't even want to have a war. I should always be.
No. He should,
he should have a kingdom which does not slip away from
his control. Always he is the king.
He is ruling that.
He is ruling. Kingdom. Nobody can conquer him. In this birth, now, immediately now, and also later on when he is going to be born, even the next his next birth also it should happen. And most important here is a Nijam word, because Nijam Rajyam, he does not want like somebody else saying, "Oh, what is this king? He is such a weak king. He got the blessing from this Devi, and that's he got it. He didn't even fight and get
Devi
right."
Can bless him and make him the king right away, right? He said, no. I want by my own Bala, I need to get my kingdom back.
I want to have a fight with I want to have a fight and then win in that fight.
Any insult.
Yeah. I want a fight. In that fight, I should win. And then everybody will say, okay, this king is...
It's not because of some tapas, some Devi came. Yeah. He doesn't want to show off all those things. But then...
So his pain is mainly that he got defeated, right? So that pain will only go when he again goes to fight and then defeats that person. Yes. Otherwise, that pain will not go. So that is the...
Hata Shatru Balam, that my kingdom should have the Balam, the strength of having killed the Shatru Balam. The Balam and Balat, both are variations of the word Bala. Balam means my kingdom should have the strength of Balam, strength of having won over enemies Balam, right? Okay. And with Nija Balat, my own,
Bala.
by my own bala.
Balat
Balat means by my own bala, nija bala.
So one is the Attashatru Balam is the Balam of or the valor of the enemy kingdom. Balat, Nija Balat is his own Balam.
Balam.
By my from my Bala, I kill them.
Variation of grammatic.
Balat is the fifth thing.
So he's saying in the next birth also he will have fights, but he always wants to win.
Why do you?
No, he's not saying he wants to fight next birth. This birth is
Anya Janmani Avibhramshi Rajyam.
That's it. Next Janmani, it should never slip. See, it should never slip away. Means no.
Whatever happens, that kingdom will not go from fights will be there or not. It doesn't matter. That kingdom will belong to him.
It will never
he
slip
will not
away
be
from his
driven
hand.
away again to the forest in the next janma. This janma you will give me back my kingdom. What happens to the next janma? If the same thing repeats, I cannot come back again and do tapas.
And he already knows. Initially, they might have thought in 1 or 2 days they will come and bless. Like 3 years. So he says now he knows how difficult it is. So he's already
he is securing his position for until next janma.
Yes. Sopi vaishyastato jnanam.
Sopi vaishyastato jnanam. Sopi vaishyastato jnanam.
Vavre nirvinnamanasaha.
Vavre nirvinnamanasaha. Vavre nirvinnamanasaha.
Sopi vaishyastato jnanam. Vavre nirvinnamanasaha.
Sopi vaishyastato jnanam. Vavre nirvinnamanasaha. Sopi vaishyastato jnanam. Vavre nirvinnamanasaha.
Mametyahamiti prajnaha.
Mametyahamiti prajnaha. Mametyahamiti prajnaha.
Sangavichyutikarakam.
Sangavichyutikarakam. Sangavichyutikarakam.
Mametyahamiti prajnaha sangavichyutikarakam.
Mametyahamiti prajnaha sangavichyutikarakam. Mametyahamiti prajnaha sangavichyutikarakam.
So prajnaha and sangha will become prajnyas sangha. So that visarga will be replaced by is sound. Mametyahamiti prajnyas sangavichyutikarakam.
Mametyahamiti prajnyas sangavichyutikarakam. Mametyahamiti prajnyas sangavichyutikarakam. Sopi vaishyastato jnanam vavre nirvinnamanasaha. Mametyahamiti prajnyas sangavichyutikarakam. Sopi vaishyastato jnanam vavre nirvinnamanasaha. Mametyahamiti prajnyas sangavichyutikarakam.
So the king's character is done. Now we are moving to the Vaishya character. So what is Vaishya Tataha? Tataha, then the Vaishya, how was he? He was Nirvinna Manasaha, depressed and Virakti. Like he had given up everything. There was nothing that was like he had no moha, nothing interested him. That kind of
Virakti,
state he had, mental state. And he was also a pragyaha. He had the he had the will to get the moksha, to be liberated, and he had the intellect. The intellect for getting that is called pragyaha. So with this kind of character, this
very
Vaishya,
highly intelligent
person who would only ask for moksha. That jnanam had come to him already. But he is asking for that jnana to Devi. Mama iti, aham iti. Mama means mine, and aham,
me,
I and mine. Okay.
Aham is
Sangha vichyuti karakam. Give me that jnana which can destroy. Sangha vichyuti means that Sangha means
Association.
that of that combination.
I am having
right?
the association of I and mine.
Mind. Vichyuti, that jnana which can destroy that association with mine and I and mine. Okay, so that could be that could give me that jnana. What should it give? It should give a it should detach me.
Give me the
basically
knowledge.
from
Yeah, that will
I and mine.
the I-ness and mine, the removal. Yeah.
So he is asking this boon to Devi. Depressed and he had no
Virakti,
more moha,
Virakti. The person who has
Virakti.
total Virakti, they have almost like given up everything. They have no more longing for anything.
Like he doesn't have, nothing will attract him anymore. He is out of that moha bandha. That mohyante mohitashteha mohameshyanti chapare. He is out of that cycle, that moha cycle. So that only that person will be called nirvinna manasaha. And not like a depressed means, okay, if I'm depressed about something, if I get back that thing, that will make me happy. That is a human nature. But nirvinna manasaha is not that kind of depression. It means that he is out of that field of attraction. Nothing can.
He's totally detached.
He is already detaching himself out of that
samsara,
and any moha.
Is there a possible attribute?
So Virakti is one step for somebody to get jnanam. Virakti actually helps them.
So that is the state when you can actually get the jnana.
This Virakti, this Virakti was forced on him because he was driven out by his own family members. So it was forced on him. But that Virakti, which was forced, became a good tool to get the next stage. So that also became a positive thing for this vaishya. And also the commentators say the word prajnaha, which is used here, is because if a prajnaha means a person who is intelligent person, and he says that when there are two people, only an intelligent person can ask such a boon. If he's not a normal person who is not who has no high intellect or normal, he's not that intelligent, they will ask for give me the kingdom back and all that. But this who is so intelligent that he's asking agam iti mama iti sangha vichyuti karakam. Remove that from my dictionary or from my being, both the I-ness and the me or mine. All that, remove that. Then that is what he's just asking that.
So
Then
all the years of pradhana and tapassu, so we need to ask that question or
no, that the comment is that
Both
intelligent both are okay. One is bhoga and one is moksha.
One is bhoga and moksha.
These are intelligent people will ask for moksha.
No. He was very intelligent because he got the clue from the Sumedhas Rishi that he gives that verse at the beginning of this, that she is the one who gives the vidya to get out of this also. He caught hold of that. He said, again and again, I'm going to be in the samsara, I'm going to be in this thing, right? And then only she can get me out of this. If this is not the time when I can ask her to relieve me out of this, is he going to do another tapas to get the vidya? How many times he is going to do this tapas again and again? Raja had this. He said, okay, now I really want that insult is bothering me. I need to get out of that. That was, he cannot die without that straightening his mess. Right?
Yeah.
He has to straighten up that all that mess that happened with his life. After that, he is ready to leave his body. But Vaishya had nothing. What is he going to ask? Go back to his family? Again, he is going to back to be with his family. And who drove him out to the forest?
They may again drive him out.
They may again, even with Devi's blessings, maybe they all change and they all accept him and everything, but still he is going to be in the moha. Again and again, the delusion. So he understood that this Vishnu Maya, I'm going to be caught again in the samsara, moha, right? And how do I get out of this? Now is the time when she is asking in front of me, standing, what do you want? She is the one who has to give me vidya also. So I don't want that moha. He's done with it. Now he wants, and also remember, he was a very generous person. He was a philanthropist in his times. He was giving away a lot of
That is why he
alms
was
and
thrown
everything.
out in the first
Lot
place.
of punya karma. So he already had a sattvika guna, right? He was already a very sattvika guna. He had, who would share their property to the needy, right? Only sattva guna people will have that thing. So he was naturally, he was inclined to ask for moksha. His already was his janma was made for that. So he ended up asking moksha. What should we ask? It all depends on our vasana, what we have brought from our purva janma. If we are born for rajasika, life, or sattvika life, we don't know. We have to know. Like, we should be in a state to know that what we want, what will make me happy. Am I still attached or am I detached? One thing is, Devi will not give jnana to anybody who asks jnana. Do you think if I ask Nana, she is going to give me? You have to come to that state. That state of mind is very important. Only then you can go to that. She will not just right away, she will make you a very jnani. There are so many jnaninam api chetamsi. The jnanis themselves, they are not away from her Mahamaya, right? That's what we saw. So that state of that nirvinna manasaha state has to come first. You will be pushed to that state, and then she will come and give you the jnana blessing.
And already I explained in the beginning that when Akhilaji said what we should ask, Sundari Pungavanam Bhogascha Mokshascha Karstayeva. That is why I started with that. So what
Anybody who does the Devi Upasana will get bhoga on one hand and moksha on the other hand.
always at the same time
at
together.
the same time.
Yeah.
This is why you will see Devi's compassion towards Raja in the next few shlokas.
Yeah.
Although he asked for Anya Janmani also, I should not have, I should hold on to my kingdom. So much of Rajoguna is there in him. He could have asked, this time you give me this. Next year, Anya Janmani, Moksha. He could have easily asked. He is ready to give anything. But he asked for the same kingdom only. He didn't go beyond that kingdom.
Yeah.
But look at her compassion in the next few verses.
Devyuvacha
Devyuvacha
Swalpairahobhir nripate Swamrajyam prapsyate bhavan Swalpairahobhir nripate Swamrajyam prapsyate bhavan Hatva ripunaskalitam Tava tatra bhavishyati Hatva ripunaskalitam Tava tatra bhavishyati Vritascha bhuyas samprapya Janmadevad vivasvataha Vritascha bhuyas samprapya Janmadevad vivasvataha Savarniko nama manuhu Bhavan bhuvi bhavishyati
भवान् भुवि भविष्यति
Savarniko na. So Manuhu and Bhavan will combine as Manuhu. That Visarga will become Ir sound. Savarniko nama Manur Bhavan Bhuvi Bhavishyati.
सावर्णिको नाम मनुर्भवान् भुवि भविष्यति सावर्णिको नाम मनुर्भवान् भुवि भविष्यति
Vaishyavaryatvayayascha.
वैश्यवर्यत्वयायश्च
Yes, sir. Yeah, Vaishyavaryatvayayascha.
वैश्यवर्यत्वयायश्च वैश्यवर्यत्वयायश्च
Varosmatto bhivanchitaha.
वरोस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितः वरोस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितः
Vaishyavaryatvayayascha varosmatto bhivanchitaha.
वैश्यवर्यत्वयायश्च वरोस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितः वैश्यवर्यत्वयायश्च वरोस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितः
Tam prayachami samsiddhyai.
तं प्रयच्छामि संसिद्ध्यै तं प्रयच्छामि संसिद्ध्यै
Tava jnanam bhavishyati.
तव ज्ञानं भविष्यति तव ज्ञानं भविष्यति
Tam prayachami samsiddhyai. Tava jnanam bhavishyati.
तं प्रयच्छामि संसिद्ध्यै तव ज्ञानं भविष्यति तं प्रयच्छामि संसिद्ध्यै तव ज्ञानं भविष्यति
So save from Solpe Rohobir. One time.
स्वल्पैरहोभिर्नृपते स्वं राज्यं प्राप्स्यते भवान् हत्वा रिपूनस्खलितं तव तत्र भविष्यति मृतश्च भूयः सम्प्राप्य जन्मदेवाद्विवस्वतः सावर्णिको नाम मनुर्भवान् भुवि भविष्यति वैश्यवर्यत्वयायश्च वरोस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितः तं प्रयच्छामि संसिद्ध्यै तव ज्ञानं भविष्यति स्वल्पैरहोभिर्नृपते स्वं राज्यं प्राप्स्यते भवान् हत्वा रिपूनस्खलितं तव तत्र भविष्यति मृतश्च भूयः सम्प्राप्य जन्मदेवाद्विवस्वतः सावर्णिको नाम मनुर्भवान् भुवि भविष्यति वैश्यवर्यत्वयायश्च वरोस्मत्तोऽभिवाञ्छितः तं प्रयच्छामि संसिद्ध्यै तव ज्ञानं भविष्यति
So Devi Vacha, Devi says, Swalpaihi ahobhihi dripate. So Swalpaihi means very soon. Okay. And ahobhihi means very few days. Aharnisham. Ahaha means days. Right? So in few days, very few days, dripate, or you will become the Swam Rajyam Prapsate Bhavan. You are going to get your own kingdom back. In a few days. Hatva Ripunas Khalitam. You are going to destroy all the Hatva Ripuna. Like
Ripun
you are
means
going.
all the
Ripuhu
enemies.
means enemies. Ripun means all the enemies. You are going to kill them. And Ripuna Askhalitam. So the Ripuna plus Askhalitam is Ripuna Skhalitam. So Skhalitam means that which will slip away from the floor, from the ground. Bhumo Skhalita Padanam.
Like
From
slippery,
the bhumi,
right?
the slip.
You stand on ice, you slip, right?
You slip.
That's
So
slipping.
Bhumireva Avalambanam. So Devi, she holds those people whose ground will slip away from them. That is the meaning. The Skhalita means slipping away. The ground slipping away. Askhalita means not slipping away. He has asked for Avibhramshya. So Askhalita, similar. So, and you will also get that Tava Tatra Bhavishyati. So that Rajyam that you have got that also will not slip away from you. Next, mritascha bhuyaha. Mritascha means you are going to die. Mrita means after
Everybody
this,
will have to,
their
the end will
life
come.
will end, right? So
Mritaha.
after death, bhuyaha, you are
Again.
going to be born again as who? Janma devadvivasvataha janma samprapya. You are going to get a birth of becoming the son of
Vivasvata.
Vivasvata Deva, that is Surya Deva. You are going to be born as the son of Surya Deva in the next Janma, and you are going to be getting the name of Savarniko Nama. You are getting the name of Savarni, and who is going to be the Manu for the entire Bhuvi. You only asked for one kingdom which cannot avibhransha anya janmani, that cannot slip away from you, right? But Devi, out of her compassion, because she saw this guy, he wants only kingdom and power. And again, he's going to be in that, a ruler of a small kingdom. But I'm going to make him the Manu of the entire universe, where he will not have any competition for the entire Manvantara. Nobody else is going to take that position for the entire Manvantara. The period also, see the long period.
And he may also get bored and ask for more.
So that is the compassion of Devi. When we ask for something small without our limited intelligence, she goes beyond and above to grant.
So this is like two things right here of Devi. One is Avyaja Karuna Murti. Means there was no reason for her to even grant more. So it would have been sufficient just giving whatever he wanted. So she is very careful, right? She says, in few days. Because she could have just granted immediately, but he didn't want immediately. He wants to go and fight at that wind. Because then only others will give him that.
He is already in a very poor state. He has not eaten, he has not bala. Right, for 3 years, he has all the flesh, blood has gone. No, he has to regain that.
And he wants to fight, right? He doesn't want Devi to just grant that kingdom back, but he wants to fight. So, some few days you will get it back because you need that time to fight. And also, Avyaja Karuna Murti is one. Then she is also Vancha Adhikam Palam. Means whatever one palan he is asking, she is giving more than that, which is making him the Manvantara, which is the Savarni Manu. Means like we have the Vaivasvata Manu. Next future there will be a Manu called Savarni Manu, where you will be the ruler. So that is called, she is giving excess or more than what is even asked for.
And then
so basically, even if you ask for moksha, you know you don't deserve it. They will be like, no, you need to wait. Do this first.
Yeah, you have to become Nirvinna Manasaha, right?
Yeah, okay.
That Manasa that state of mind is very important. Only then she will give you jnana.
Even though you don't know that's what you want,
she will bless you.
She will bless you.
Yeah, it
if
will come
you
next
were eligible for that moksha,
she
then
will
she will bless you with that in the next janma at least.
No, it is not like that. It can be any time. If she blesses, you will get it. Because whatever that is in the next line. Vaishyavarya.
Vaishyavarya tvaya yaha cha. Yascha is yaha cha. O Vaishyavarya, O the Shrestha of the Vaishyas. Asmattaha, like from me, varaha asmattaha abhivanchitaha. Whatever you wanted from me, that yascha, whatever varam you wanted from me, tam prayachami, that vara I will give you. Samsiddhyai tava jnanam bhavishyati. I will give you that brahma jnana that will samsiddho, that will enable that. He asked for sangha vichyati karakam, right? That will enable that jnana. To get that detachment. Mama and I, he wanted the sangha vichyati. To get that state of mind, I will provide the jnana. I will bless you with that jnana, which will enable that state of mind. Okay.
And also she is blessing that you will in future, you will get that jnanam.
Bhavishyati, it will
because
happen.
Again, jnanam is not a commodity where you ask jnanam, you get jnanam.
It's not
you
like
go-
kingdom, right?
yeah.
Kingdom
you can
here
get
go.
like you get 1 kilo jnanam. You don't get like or so much of a jnanam is not like something.
It's a
So
mind state,
it
manas
is
state.
she has to bless a person to get jnanam, because if Devi's blessing is not there, we can never get jnanam.
Bhuvi mukti hetuhu.
Yeah.
She is the one for the
Yeah.
aihika sukha, the bhuvi sukha,
Bhoga and mukti
also.
hetu. Only she has to bless, and that is the blessing she gives. Because with that, I am blessing you to get the jnanam. Because of my blessing, you will get the jnanam, and because of that jnanam, you will get the samsiddhi, which will cause that sangha vichuddhikarakam, where you will lose that I and mind from your dictionary. So this is the
And
gist.
he, that you asked me
for
what you wanted
from me.
Mancham naka.
You are longing, you are wanting,
no,
your boon, the boon which he wanted.
What you wanted. And asmat, right? So varos mattobi vanchitaha. Asmat means us. From, how we say in Tamil, you won't say like periva when older people. Namakku, engalukku, namakku. Plural you will say, right? Us, you ask from us. So that shows that she is a sarvavyapi. She is in everybody, every sarvasu arupe, right? And sarvaswarupe. She is in every form in this creation. That is why this word asmat has been used. The commentators have given a point there.
Markandeya Uvacha. Yeah,
Let us finish it.
Markandeya Uvacha.
Markandeya Uvacha. Markandeya Uvacha.
Iti dattva tayor devi.
Iti dattva tayor devi. Iti dattva tayor devi.
Yatabhilashitam varam.
Yatabhilashitam varam. Yatabhilashitam varam.
Iti dattva tayor devi yathabhilashitam varam.
Iti dattva tayor devi yathabhilashitam varam. Iti dattva tayor devi yathabhilashitam varam.
Babhuvantarhita sadyo.
Babhuvantarhita sadyo. Babhuvantarhita sadyo.
Bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta.
Bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta. Bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta.
Babhuvantarhita sadyo bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta.
Babhuvantarhita sadyo bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta. Babhuvantarhita sadyo bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta.
Iti dattva.
Iti dattva tayo devi yathabhilashitam varam. Babhuvantarhita sadyo bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta. Iti dattva tayo devi yathabhilashitam varam. Babhuvantarhita sadyo bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta.
Evam devya varam labdhva.
Evam devya varam labdhva. Evam devya varam labdhva.
Suratha kshatriyarshavaha.
Suratah kshatriyashabah. Suratah kshatriyashabah.
So you have to listen how I give small pause after Suratha kshatriyar, and ksha how I give the more stress. Suratha kshatriyarshavaha.
Suratah kshatriyashabah. Suratah kshatriyashabah.
Evam devya varam labdhva. Suratha kshatriyarshavaha.
Evam devya varam labdhva. Suratah kshatriyashabah. Evam devya varam labdhva. Suratah kshatriyashabah.
There's a small gap. Suratha And Ksha will, Visarga and Ksha can never join. So Surataha Kshatriyarshabaha. Yeah. Surya Janma Samasadya.
Surya Janma Samasadya. Surya Janma Samasadya.
Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu.
Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu. Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu.
Surya Janma Samasadya Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu.
Surya Janma Samasadya Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu. Surya Janma Samasadya Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu.
Evam.
Evam Devya Varam Ladva Suratah Kshatriya Shabah. Surya Janma Samasadya Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu. Evam Devya Varam Ladva Suratah Kshatriya Shabah. Surya Janma Samasadya Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu.
So we always, at the end, again you say, Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu Klim Om. Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu Klim Om.
Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu Klim Om. Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu Klim
So
Om.
the Katyayani Tantram says that this Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu has to be repeated. Just that Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu. Some books will repeat the entire 2 lines, but actually only the Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu that has to be repeated. And the reason we explained is, first it starts with Markandeya Vacha, first chapter, first sloka of this Devi Mahatmyam Ma, right? We start with Ma, and the end is Manuhu Nu, right? Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu. Na or Nu is the last letter of this. First letter is Ma, last letter is Nu. So Manu. So that Manu, right? Because of that Ma and Nu, Manu, all that entirely whatever is in between from that first Markandeya Vacha to this Savarnir Bhavita Manuhu, they say they are all a mantram or one mantram. They are all like
that is a pramana for taking it as a mantra.
One mantram. That, and when we say at the end, when you are taking, we say Namo Devi Mahadeve, the Devata for that will be, when you do individually, when you do Homa, you say Mahatma Sundaryai Sri Vidyayai Namaha Swaha. When it is together as one, we should say that it is Mahakali Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Swarupinnai Chandika Mahalakshmi Namaha, because Chandika Mahalakshmi is the Devata for the entire 13 chapters, which is considered one mantra because of this aspect which Katyayani Tantra says Manuhu. Because if anything which is like that Ma and Nu, which starts with that Manu word, it started with that, right? Markandeya Vacha Ma, it started there. And Savarni Surya Tanayo, that whatever that Surya finally is he is the sun, is going to be
like
born of sun.
Telling the story of that Manu.
Yeah.
And also that is also the pramana for treating this as a mantra. The entire Charitra to be treated as a mantra. Now let's go back to the
Meaning,
26th Markandeya Vacha now. After Jnana, she blesses Vaishya with Jnana. Now Markandeya takes over. He says, Iti Dattva Tayoho. Tayoho means to those two. After giving this to that Devi, Abhilashitam. Lashitam also means desired. Abhilashitam also means desired. Okay, whatever vara they wanted. Lashitam, Yathabhi Lashitam, or Yatha Abhilashitam. Both are same. So the vara that was desired by those two, having given those varas to them, Babhuva Antarhita Sadhyaha. She disappeared. She became Antarhita, means she disappeared in front of them. The same thing happened when in front of Devas, right? There again, I forgot to tell you on at the end of 12th chapter, when the Devas praise and she becomes Antarhita, so it is said after that what happens? The Devas, they get their Swayam Balam.
Yes.
And they go without any atanka, niratankaha. You remember? No atanka. They go back to their positions. So why does that niratanka? Why do they suddenly become niratanka with no the pain free and everything? Because when Devi becomes antarhita, she actually enters them back.
All of this hearts, yeah, she goes back
She
to the
only came out of the Devas, right? Manifested herself, did all the job. Babhuvantarhita means she disappears. In where does she go? She goes back into them as their Chetana Shakti. That is why they become the next moment they are Niratankaha. I should go back.
Yeah.
Verse number
33.
33. Very good. Excellent. You're all so good. 33 verse in 12th chapter. Rishirvacha ityuktva sa bhagavati chandika chanda vikrama. After saying this, pashyatameva devanam tatraivantaradhiyata. Tatrayeva antaradhiyata. Antaradhiya means she disappeared. She just suddenly, like the gas, suddenly she is gone, right? Where did she go? She entered the Devas. That is the intrinsic meaning there. So that is why Tepi Deva, those Devas immediately become Niratankaha, no Atanka anymore. Okay. Similarly, here also, Babhuva Antarhita Sadhyaha, she immediately disappears. That is, she becomes the Chetana Shakti of this Raja and Vaishya. In Raja, she becomes the Shakti for winning the kingdom and also taking him to the next level, and also to the Vaishya as the Jnana in him. She becomes the Jnana and the Rajoguna and the Sattva-guna. Bhaktya Tabhyam Abhishtuta. Abhishtuta means having. So they, Bhaktya, with devotion, they praise her. Both the Raja and Vaishya, they praise her, having received the whatever vara they wanted. Okay, and then she disappears, and then evam devya varam labdha suratha kshatriya shabha. He is the Shrestha, the best among the Kshatriyas. He becomes the best among the Kshatriyas, and like this, having got the varam, the Raja Suratha becomes the best among the Kshatriyas, and he then gets the Janma from the Surya. Suryat Janma becomes Suryat Janma.
Surya becomes his father.
He gets the Janma from Surya. Samasadhya means he attains. Having attained the Janma, having born as the son of Surya, he becomes the Manu called Savarni. That is what it ends with. So Devi's Anugraha, Purna Anugraha, it is only Devi's Anugraha that we were able to finish the 13th chapter. It was a big commitment from our side. We were kind of so worried with all the travels and everything that there should not be a break anywhere, that we should complete this job of actually discussing the meanings, which happened very well. So we thank heartily all the hosts who hosted these classes, in the Bay Area, in New Jersey, in so many places, wherever we went, they just threw open the doors. Bombay, in India also, in so many places, wherever we said we wanted to have the class, they just threw open their doors. They hosted everybody. We are so grateful for that. But still, we have not finished. We have finished only the Charitra. We have 3 more Rahasya Trayas. That is also very important. They are also Angas for this Devi Mahatmya. That happens when the king, after getting the kingdom, he becomes a Raja and everything. He goes back to his kingdom. Now he has all the time and power. He thinks what happened to his life. Now he wants to know the Vidhivat Upasana of Devi. So he again approaches the rishi and he learns every the procedure of doing, how she should be worshipped and where did she actually originate from. Still rishi talked about lot of stories and everything, but the technical way of how Adya Shakti manifests herself, those are the rahasyas that the rishi will tell the king in the Rahasya Trayas. And also he will guide him with the Upasana Marga of how to do the Devi, how to worship her, how her Pratima should be made, how she should be, how in Durga Puja in Bengal they make the Durga, right? What are the things? Who all should be standing on the left of her, on the right of her? What all she should be holding? Only based on that they make the Pratima. It is not random. So everything is described in the Rahasya Traya, and that is also very interesting. Lot of things to learn. I hope you'll all continue to join the classes. And questions. Bhaktya tabhyam abhishtuta. Abhishtuta means having praised her, praising somebody, addressing in a praise form is abhishtuta, and bhaktya with devotion. So after she gives the boons to Raja and Vaishya, they praise her with devotion and then she becomes Babhuva, Antarhita Babhuva. She disappears.
You should chant the whole thing.
Yes, please.
And also one thing before that, the last class, right, when we explained about the Yacha Varshiki, right, which is the Sharat Kale Maha Puja Kriyate Yacha Varshiki
in the 12th chapter.
In the 12th chapter. So there I just want to elaborate on that. So Sharat Kala, everybody knows that the Maha Puja, which is the Navaratri, we do the Sharad Navaratri, also called the Sharada Navaratri, which is very important, those 9 days. And also Bhaskara says the Varshiki means the Vasanta Navaratri. But here the most important part, Bhaskar Raya in his commentary says, because of the word Cha, it also means in during the Varsha Kala also there is a Navaratri, which is the rainy season or the autumn season. There is before the Sharat Kala, just 2 months ahead. So Asha, which is the July when there is a rain, right? So the Ashada Navaratri. So he says that both the Ashada Navaratri and also the Pausha Navaratri, because of the words Cha, it means that there are 4 Navaratris to be celebrated, not just the 2, but 4 of them. That is what he explains.
He said Varsha Ritu.
The
rainy season.
Rainy
so that
season
means
also.
Ashada Navaratri.
Ashada Navaratri.
And Cha denotes Pausha Navaratri.
Pausha Navaratri also.
So don't think that it is an annual event.
That is the main thing. It is not like one Navaratri annually. Because sometimes they think that there is one Navaratri which is annual. He clearly says you should not wrongly think like that. Varshika means not every year, but the one is the beginning of Varsha, which is the Vasanta Ritu, and also the Varsha Ritu, and also the Cha also signifies Pausha Navaratri. So there are 4 Navaratris. You can all chant once. So actually,
it's not in this.
It is not there. So explicitly, if you see the Devi Mahatmyam, there is nowhere it says that Vaishya merged with the goddess. That is one thing. Second thing, we says that the 13th chapter, the main Devata is Mahatripura Sundari, who can give Bhoga and Moksha. And also, even the Kaula Upanishad says Ihaiva Moksha. The Moksha does not happen somewhere else or after death or something. So in Sri Vidya, Moksha is not something which happens later. Moksha happens every moment when we are living now. So moksha is the highest bliss or enjoyment, highest bliss. A person always feels every moment, every second, every time being that highest state of bliss or happiness.
And
is called
that Sangha
Vichuti also without also having any attachment to any possession or anybody or anything like that. So he could be like living like a rishi continuously, like Markandeya Rishi, any rishi who still live.
They are Brahmagyanis.
They are Brahmagyani,
but still with their body, right? Their physical body will be there, but still their state of mind will be a Jnani. So,
But if you say today, if you can, do you see Vasishtha or other Brahma Rishis? If you don't see, then it means that they are merged with that goddess. So same way, although it is not said it is merged, you can either say that
they
they
will
are
be eventually
working,
be
they are
getting the
they are
Sahija.
in a as form of Rishi. They live in this with this physical body, as well as after their mrityu, or when they die, because even the king also will have to die. Everybody has to die. After that, there's no death for them. They become, for them, they say that just like Urvarka Bandhanat, Mrityor Mukshiya. So for them, there is no death after that. So for this Vaishya, because he got the true knowledge, he has no death. He has already escaped that Mrityu or Mukshiya Mahamritat. So Triambakam Ajamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, where we say that Urvarka, he has got to that stage where he is like, he is no longer a Mara or a Mrityu. Yeah, Martya Loka means he becomes a Amara. Amara means, Amar means the one who has no death. So he has passed that stage of death, having death. So he has no birth and death stage. That is the stage where ultimately he will join with the Mahatrapa Sundari. Yeah, we want to chant full 13th sloka. Yeah. Time
एतत्ते कथितं भूपदेवी माहात्म्यमुत्तमम्.
One Shruti.
Yeah, just wait. Yeah.
One Shruti.
Start again.
ऋषिर्वाच एतत्ते कथितं भूपदेवी माहात्म्यमुत्तमम्. एवं प्रभावा सा देवी ययेदं धार्यते जगत्. विद्या तथैव क्रियते भगवद्विष्णुमायया. तया त्वमेष वैश्यश्च तथैवान्ये विवेकिनः. मोह्यन्ते मोहिताश्चैव मोहमेष्यन्ति चापरे. तामुपैहि महाराज शरणं परमेश्वरी. आराधिता सैव नृणां भोगस्वर्गापवर्गदा. मार्कण्डेय उवाच इति तस्य वचः श्रुत्वा सुरथः स नराधिपः. प्रणिपत्य महाभागं तं ऋषिं संसितव्रतम्. निर्विण्णोति महत्त्वेन राज्यापहरणेन च. जगाम सद्यस्तपसे स च वैश्यो महामुने. सन्दर्शनार्थमम्बाया नदी पुलिन संस्थितः. स च वैश्यस्तपस्तेपे देवी सूक्तं परं जपन्. तौ तस्मिन् पुलिने देव्याः कृत्वा मूर्तिं महीमयीम्. अर्हणां चक्रतुस्तस्याः पुष्पधूपाग्नितर्पणैः. निराहारौ यथाहारौ तन्मनस्कौ समाहितौ. दरतुस्तौ बलिं चैव निजगात्रासुभुक्षितम्. एवं समाराधयतो स्त्रिभिर्वर्षैर्यदात्मनो. परितुष्टा जगद्धात्री प्रत्यक्षं प्राह चण्डिका. देव्युवाच यत्प्रार्थ्यते त्वया भूप त्वया च कुलनन्दन. मत्तस्तत्प्राप्यतां सर्वं परितुष्टा ददामि तत्. मार्कण्डेय उवाच ततो वव्रे नृपो राज्यमभिभ्रंश्य जन्मनि. अत्रैव च निजं राज्यं हतशत्रुबलं बलात्. सोऽपि वैश्यस्ततो ज्ञानं वव्रे निर्विण्णमानसः. ममेत्यहमिति प्राज्ञः सङ्गविच्युतिकारकम्. देव्युवाच स्वल्पैरहोभिर्नृपते स्वं राज्यं प्राप्स्यते भवान् हत्वा रिपूनस्खलितं तव तत्र भविष्यति मृतश्च भूयः सम्प्राप्य जन्मदेवाद्विवस्वतः सावर्णिको नाम मनुर्भवान् भुवि भविष्यति वैश्यवर्यत्वया यश्च वरोऽस्मत्तो विवाञ्छितः तं प्रयच्छामि संसिद्ध्यै तव ज्ञानं भविष्यति मार्कण्डेय उवाच इति दत्त्वा तयोर्देवी यथाभिलषितं वरम् बभूवान्तर्हिता सद्यो भक्त्या ताभ्यामभिश्रुता एवं देव्या वरं लब्ध्वा सुरतः क्षत्रियशवः सूर्या जन्म समासाद्य सावर्णिर्भविता मनुः ह्रीं ॐ
One question.
Yeah.
24. Is it Mattopi Vantitava or Batopi Vantitava?
Mattopi.
Matto. It.
It is.
Samshita Vratam.
Which one? Which verse?
Oh, Shamsita.
Yeah, Shamsita Vratam. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, Shamsita.
Shamsita Vratam.
Shamsita. Tamrishim Shamsita Vratam.
Tam Rishim Shamsita Vratam.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. Yeah.
Inna,
Yeah.
Vignesh. Any question?
Any?
Oh, one question.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So when they were talking about okay, in verse 8, when we're talking about the mind of the Raja, it also used the phrase Nirvinnoti Mamatvena Chamanamo. Ivarku solrachi Nirvinna Manasam.
Nirvinna Manasaha. Nirvinnaha has many, the context you should see. He did not have that kind of a virakti. He was still hurt. He had the pain and Raja Apaharanenacha. Because of that Apaharana of his Raja, he was Nirvinna Manasa at that time. So because that losing his kingdom caused depression in his mind. That word, that Raja Apaharana was not there means again you will say that because of what? Because of losing the kingdom, his state of
And
mind
still
was
wanting back the kingdom.
wanting back the
But
kingdom.
Vaishya has no other wants now. So that is why both are.
The same word, the context is to be taken accordingly. Mamatvenana, again he had mamatvam. That
Yeah, too much of that.
too much of mamatvam. Ahankara was there with him. Ego was there.
That is why he wants the kingdom back and the
And without any third party help,
help.
his own help. So let's quickly go through the online questions. So everything is given already. We have explained most of the questions I see here have been answered in different classes. You may have to follow every class to get your answers. So Rahasya Trayam also is part of Devi Mahatmyam Parayanam, that is correct. And one mantra considered, yes, it is considered as one mantra.
We do only one time.
Only one Rishi Chandas for Saptashati Nyasa we do. That is why it is considered that. For otherwise, there is no Rishi Chandas for every Charitra will have Rishi Chandas, but not the Adhyaya. And we are to, okay, that's fine. We are all also grateful. And then if you have any further questions, please write to us through our email, through our website. We'll get back to you and we'll try to answer those questions in our next classes. And most of your questions, we have answered them in the previous classes. please refer all the YouTube videos. It's all in the playlist. And the Dhyana Shloka we chanted in the beginning of this class for the 13th chapter, it is available in the Gita Press publication. Any Gita Press publication will have Dhyana Shloka for every Adhyaya. The one that we chanted this today for Mahatripura Sundari, you can find it there. So with this, we will end this session. Namaskaram.
Next class we will have the.
We will announce the date.
Yeah.
And apart from the Rahasya Traya, we also have to explain to you the 4th chapter and the 5th chapter.
We
Devi
did not give the
Suktam.
detailed meaning.
We did
during
not kind of give the explanations. We will work on that also. Okay. Namaste. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Matre Namaha.